Okay, so good morning, everybody. Welcome to the yoga workshop for spa professionals. So, this morning's workshop is looking at some basic yoga flows, some basic yoga postures, which will help with sort of tight backs, it will help with tight necks, shoulders, wrists, sort of addressing sort of common injuries and aches and pains that you can get just from standing too long or from sitting badly. Or just generally from maybe not moving enough, which we've maybe all been guilty of during lockdown. So we're going to aim to just get you moving with some simple flows. I'll put together a little 10 to 15 minute routine that you can use as a daily practice, which is nice to do first thing in the morning. And then to finish with, I'm going to read to you a nice Yoga Nidra script, which is a form of relaxation. So it's like a meditation practice, but you get really comfy and lying down. The aim in the practice is to be really relaxed, to learn to be relaxed, but without actually having to go to sleep. So the benefits are that you'll feel as though you've had 4 hours sleep, even though you have been lying on the mat for 20 minutes. So a great way just to sort of recharge your body, and a nice way just to prepare yourself to wind down at the end of the day. Okay, so let's begin. So to begin with, what I'm going to teach you is something which is called the sun salutation sequence. I'm going to split that down into the postures and just give you some teaching points, and then I'll take us through a little sequence, a little flow. So come into the top of your mat. We're going to stand at the top of the mat, and the first thing that I'll ask you to find is your mountain pose. Now, your mountain pose is just a really nice standing posture. Some people will like to stand with their feet hip width distance, and some people will stand with their toes and heels together. And it is just what we call yogi stance of preference. So either toes and heels together or feet hip width distance. Arms down to the sides of your body. Engage your abdominals and lengthen through your spine. Breathing in yoga is in and out through the nostrils. So close your mouth now and just take a couple of nice, easy, steady breaths in and out through your nose. As you breathe, you try to breathe right down into the diaphragm muscle, the bottom of the rib cage. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. This is your mountain pose. Each of the postures we move with our breath. So we link the breath and the body. And we're just going to take a nice inhale now. We're going to stretch our arms out to the sides of the body. Turn your palms upwards. Inhale. This is the upward salute. So upward salute as you inhale. Keep inhaling until your palms touch. Look right up there to the thumbs. Now, what you're going to feel is a connection through the floor, through your feet. So press into the floor. Stretch your spine up. Look up at the thumbs. This is tall mountain pose. Hold your tall mountain pose. Stretch your spine. Some people like a little bit of backward bend here, and again, that's personal preference. If you want to lean back a little bit, extend the spine. And then as you exhale on the first round, bend your knees. Bend your knees with swan dive forward. So you're coming down, and you're going to place your hands on the floor. Now, if you've got tight hamstrings and a tight back, you're going to need to keep your knees really bent, and that's okay. Try to get the palms down. This is forward fold. Now in the forward fold, we relax our neck and our eyes are looking at our shins. We've got a nice relaxed upper body, eyes looking at the shins. Press down through your feet, and if you can stretch and lift your hips a little bit higher. But what I want you to feel is contact between the upper part of your body and your legs, so your chest is resting on your thighs. This is forward fold, and we exhale to get to fold. And the next posture that we make is called a half fold. So we just lift our gaze, we look forward, we lengthen the spine. What you want to get is a flat back. So you can do this in a couple of ways. Fingertips on the floor, flat back pose. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. However, if you're quite tight in the back and the hamstrings, then perhaps you prefer to place your hands onto your shins and lift and lengthen through the spine, drawing the shoulders away from your ears to make that half fold flat back pose. From here, we take our hands and we place the hands down onto the floor. Relax your neck and your shoulders. You go back into your forward fold, exhale. And you we'll step back on your right foot, on your left foot to make a plank pose. Now, What we do here, we perform a yogi press up, so we can stay on our toes, which is obviously going to be harder, or we can drop it to our knees. This is Chaturanga. So Chaturanga, we take our heart slowly down towards the floor. Pause here, a low press up pose, and then inhale, push your heart forward, and then lift onto the tops of your feet. So you're now balancing on the tops of your feet with your chest lifted. Now, your knees can be up or down for a little bit less load. Hold your position and then roll over your toes. As you exhale, we're going to lift into what we call the downward facing dog. Now for your downward facing dog technique points, you're going to push through your hands to make an upside down V shape. If you've got tight hamstrings, then don't round your spine, bend your knees. That way you'll get a nice down dog posture. So get your back in a really good posture. Press through your hands and then lift down through the balls of your feet, through your heels, and gaze into the navel. Eyes to the navel. Just witness the breath in and out through the nostrils. So if you stay in the posture now, I'm just going to get a little look at your posture. Well done. Inhaling and exhaling. Well done. And we just hold the down dog for about 5 breaths here. Just a couple more inhales and exhales. And then on your next inhale, eyes look forward towards the top of your mat. Bend your knees, step forward with your right foot, step forward with your left foot to make a forward fold. So remember, forward fold, press the torso to the thighs, relax your neck, exhale as the head and heart goes down. And then soft knees, inhale, and we stretch out through an upward salute. Stretch the arms, keep inhaling till the palms touch, look up at your thumbs. And then exhale to bring your hands down to the sidelines of the body. Well done. So that's the basic sun salutation sequence. What we're going to do now is we're going to flow through that sequence 4 times. And then I'm going to take you through some postures which will be really useful to prevent injuries and just to help your body feel a lot better. Okay, so let's come to the top of the mat. Let's find our mountain pose. So remember, you can stand feet hip width or toes and heels together. Just close your eyes just for a breath or two. Bring your hands to heart center. Just take some nice deep steady inhale, standing really straight and tall as you inhale. Drop your hands to the sideline of your body as we prepare to flow. As you inhale, we go upward salute, stretch and reach your arms, inhaling all the way to the tall mountain. Look to your thumbs. As we exhale, we're going to swan dive down, bring your hands to the floor, come into your forward fold. Remember, you keep your knees soft here. Inhale, lift the spine into flat back pose, draw the shoulders away from your ears. And then step or jump, if you wish, into your plank pose and chaturanga to the floor. So on the first round, I'm going to pop my knees down. I'm going to take my chest and heart to the floor. As I inhale, I'm going to lift my heart and look up into an upward facing dog or a cobra if you have your knees down. And roll over your toes and lift into down dog. I'm going to hold the down dog posture now. We're here for 5 breaths. I want you to stretch out your spine. Soften your knees if you need to. Let your eyes look in towards your navel to your tummy button. And gently keep pressing with the fingertips, with the palms, and through the balls of your feet. Now it's quite nice here to do a little bit of pedaling with your feet, so you can press your right heel, then your left heel towards the floor. And it just gives your calves and Achilles a little bit more of a stretch out. So just do a couple more pedals here. Hold your pose, and as you inhale, eyes look forward towards the top of the mat. Step forward with your right foot, step forward with the left foot, and exhale into the forward fold pose, holding the body in half. As you inhale, you're going to reach and stretch all the way up to the tall mountain. Bring the hands together, look at your thumbs. Exhale, arms to the sides of your body. Inhale, upward salute. Reach up, stretch up, open your heart, look to your thumbs. Exhale, swan dive down to the floor. Bring your hands down, tuck in your chin. Forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen into half fold. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. As you exhale, you can step or jump into your plank pose and take a chaturanga down to the floor, heart to the floor. Inhale, lift your heart forward and then upward, resting on the tops of your feet, upward facing dog. As you exhale, roll over your toes and press through the hands and the feet into your down dog. So in yoga, we talk about foundations and the poses. So think about your foundations, your hands and your feet, and really try to press firmly into those foundations. So your down dog, you're going to build overhead strength and good shoulder stability. You're going to stretch out your back and stretch out tightness from your legs. So press down through your heels, press through the palms of your hands, and just gaze into your navel. To your navel, breathe slowly and deeply in and out through your nose. Inhaling and exhaling. Just one more inhale here. Now as you inhale, lift the head and heart, look forward to the top of the mat. And as you exhale, we're coming into our forward fold. So you can step or jump into your forward fold, pressing the upper body down towards the sides, exhaling. And as you inhale, we rise through upward salute. Bring the palms together overhead, look at your thumbs. Exhale to bring the arms down to the sidelines of your body. We do 2 more rounds. Inhale, rise, upward salute. Exhale, tip from the hips, bring your hands down to the floor, exhaling to forward fold. As you inhale, make a half fold, lengthen your spine, draw your shoulders away from your ears. You can step or jump back into a plank pose. And chaturanga, exhaling down to the floor. As you inhale, head and heart lift, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, roll over your toes into your down dog. So again, just pressing and pushing through the hands and through the feet. Eyes gazing into the navel. Just holding the pose without holding the breath. Now, if you start to feel it's getting a little bit too much for you this morning, holding these downward facing dogs, you can always just come down into a child's pose. You can always come to child's pose. If you're finding that you've had a tough day and are just a little bit tired, you can drop into the child's pose if you wish. One more inhale, one more exhale. Then as you inhale, eyes look forward to the top of the mat. Now you can step, jump or hop. You come back into your forward fold and you exhale here, head down. And then as you inhale, rise through upwards to look to the tall mountain and exhale, arms to the sidelines of your body. One final round, I'm just going to cue the breathing. So let's just inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, head up. Exhale, step or jump back into plank pose. Chaturanga, heart down. Inhale, lift the heart, look up. Exhale, roll the toes, look down. Just coming into your down dog or opt to drop it to child's pose. Press into the hands, lift the hips, make that upside down V shape that we need with our body. Engaging the core of the body, pulling in through your centre. And just witnessing the flow of breath in and out. Inhaling and exhaling. Just do 2 more breaths here. Try to really encourage your shoulder blades away from your ears. Your heels to press towards the floor. Your hips making that V shape. And on your next inhale, look forward to the top of the mat. Step, jump or hop to the forward fold pose. As you exhale, head and heart is down. And as we inhale, final upward salute to the tall mountain. And then exhale, arms to the sidelines of your body. Nicely done. Okay, we're now going to move into a sequence of postures which are going to help just to keep your body nice and flexible and strong. First of the postures we're going to do this morning is called half moon. We're going to inhale, stretch your arms up. Bring your hands together and then interlace your fingers, releasing the index fingers. Cross your thumbs and squeeze your hands really tightly together. Now press your pelvis forward and reach your arms so that the upper arms are gripping the side of your head. Lovely, nicely done everyone. Stretch up, push the pelvis forward, inhale, get as tall as you can. You start to warm the spine up by taking the body right side and then left side. Right side and then left side. So I want you to make sure that you're not twisting. You're moving right side and left side without twisting the body, without twisting the spine. Let's stop now in the centre. Everybody's going to squeeze their hands really tight together. I'm going to press the pelvis forward. And we're going to make both sides of our waist really stretch out. Get as tall as you can. Inhale, up we go. Right side, over we go on the exhale. Into a right side, half moon. Okay, now what we're going to do is press the hands even tighter together. Make sure you're stretching out through your elbows. We're not twisting. We're going to hold the pose and we're going to try just to find a little bit more space. So inhale now, nice easy inhale. And then as you exhale, you're pushing your left hip away a little bit more, bringing your body over towards the right side. Keep your arms really long, eyes gazing forward. Make sure your arms are not covering your face. Use your right arm to pull on the left arm, pushing the left hip out and away. Hold your position. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Just gentle sips of air in and out through the nose. Holding your pose. Pressing through your feet. And now let's inhale to come tall, all the way back to the top of the pose. Well done. Press the heels of your hands together, make your grip work, with the shoulders really engage. Stretch your arms up, press the arms to the sides of your head. So we inhale, we get tall, fill the lungs. Left side, exhale, over we go into a half moon, bring the body over to the left side. You're bringing the upper body towards the left and you're pushing out and away through your right hip. You're going to feel the stretch down from the armpit, right down the side of the body on that right side. Push the right hip away. Use your left arm to pull on the right arm to create even better side bending and better stretching. Just hold your position, don't hold your breath. So we're holding the pose for about 5 or 6 breaths. And then as we inhale, we're going to come up tall. And as we exhale, we're going to bring our arms all the way down to the sidelines of your body. Now, just give your shoulders a little bit of a roll around. And then come down into your box position, kneeling on your mat. So just do each side, holding it for about 5 or 6 breaths. And then we come down into a box position. So a strong, stable box will have our wrists below our shoulders and our knees below our hips. Well done. And if you can take your left hand and stretch it out, we're going to thread the needle. So the left arm is going to now thread itself underneath the right side, the right arm. The back of your hand on the mat. I want you to slide the arm all the way through until you can get your shoulder on the mat. And then you're going to bring your cheeks down onto the mat too. And what you'll get is a nice little stretch through the spine and through the shoulders. So allow yourself just to get a comfortable position. You want to feel you're not pressing into the neck or anything that's uncomfortable. You want to get the back of the hand resting down on top of the shoulder. Just hold your position, hold your pose. And what I'd like you to do now is as you inhale, take your right arm to the sky, a nice open palm. And then we're going to wrap that arm across our lower back. Okay, so when we've wrapped the arm across, I'm trying to encourage you to stretch out the front of the chest and shoulder on that right side. So inhale, exhale, pull the shoulder back a little bit more. And try to keep these right hand fingertips in towards the thigh on that left leg. Okay, so you're trying to pull the shoulder blade back, keep the fingertips in. Just stay here and breathe. Now we can stay here if you want to. If you want a little bit more challenge, so it depends how you're feeling. You can stretch out your front leg. Right leg stretches out long. Okay, so you don't have to, this is an option. If you want to, you can work on your balance by just gently lifting the right toes off the mat. So option toes down or float to balance. And we're going to hold the pose just for a couple more breaths. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Find a point for focus. In yoga, we call it a drishti, a focal point. Eyes focus to that single spot will help with your balance, your focus. And then gently bringing the toes to the floor and slowly coming out of your posture. So always come out of the postures with a little bit of care. Well done. And then we're going to do the opposite side. So now you're going to stretch out, right arm stretches out. We're going to thread the needle. So I'm just going to turn myself around so that I can see you clearly. And you're going to slide that right hand underneath and slide it all the way through so you can get your shoulder down and then your cheek down to rest on your mat. So take your time, make sure your neck is comfortable, your back feels comfortable. And then when you're ready, inhale, take the left arm to the sky, open the palm, and then wrap the arm across your lower back, trying to get the fingertips to come in towards that right side inner thigh piece. And again, depending on tightness in your body, where you're going to take that to this morning, and that's absolutely fine. Draw the shoulder back, focus your eyes on what. Front leg, starts to stretch out if you wish. Or you can stay exactly as you are. So option, stay as you are. Or progression, let that left leg float off to balance. Everybody just stay where it feels right for you. And just pull that top shoulder back, that left shoulder and chest. Get a chance to open and stretch. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. And we'll just slowly bring the toes to the floor, and again release slowly from your postures, coming into a tabletop pose. And the next posture is called cat and cow. So there's 2 postures here. We're working on moving the spine into a deep back bend and a deep forward bend. So the first posture we call the cow pose. Now, to make the cow pose, you soften your elbows, you let your abdomen drop towards the floor, and you're making your back go into a nice big deep backward bend, lifting your head and lifting your heart and breathe in. So head and heart lift, inhaling here, and then exhaling, tucking under the tailbone and flexing into the exact counter pose, the cat stretch here. As you inhale, lift your heart, arching into the spine, looking up. And as you exhale, flexing the spine into cat stretch. Inhale, head and heart lift. Exhale, tucking under the tailbone, then tucking in the chin. Inhale, head and heart lift. And then exhale, tucking under the pelvis, scooping in through the abdomen. 1 more time, inhale, into the cow pose, lift your head and heart. And then exhale, tucking under your tailbone, tucking in your chin, and then coming back into a box position. Well done. Okay, from here, what I'd like you to do is just come to a cross-legged position if that's comfortable for you. So if it's comfortable, cross-legged. If it's not comfortable here, then you want to get a cushion or you want to sit in an alternative position, that's absolutely fine. So what we're going to do is just do a little bit of work on our neck and shoulders. So to begin with, I want you just to use your nose as if it was a pen. So I want you to start to draw a circle now. If you can imagine your nose as the pen, you're just drawing the circle. I want you to keep your spine in an upright position and just circle round and round using your nose to draw the circle. And then we're going to change direction, and you're going to use your nose like the pen, drawing the circles in the air. If your neck is tight or sore, this is a great little sequence for you to do just to release any tension, or indeed to prevent any tension. Let's just do 1 more little circle with the nose, and then bring your head to centre. From here, we're going to drop our right ear over towards our right shoulder. You're going to take your left hand and you're going to press as if you're pressing down really firmly into something. Keep pressing until you can perhaps bring the fingertips to the floor. You're going to feel the stretch through this left side of your neck, your upper trapezius. As you inhale, take the right arm up and just gently pull on the side of your head while pressing down through this left arm. You're just going to feel a little stretch through your neck. Inhale. Exhale, keep pressing down through the left hand as you gently encourage your right ear towards the right shoulder. And again, you can use the right arm just to create a little bit of a stretch. Hold your position. Breathe. Again, you want to hold it, for like 5 or 6 breaths. But obviously, if you've got something going on with your neck and your shoulders, if you hold these postures for a little bit longer, you'll gain more benefit. So just breathing in, breathing out. And then slowly release. Release your right hand to the floor. Make your neck nice and straight. Your spine is tall. Take your right hand and then press and push. Push your right hand to the floor and drop your ear over towards the left side. The left ear towards left shoulder. Pushing and pressing down through your right arm. Create a stretch that runs down through the side of your neck. And then as you inhale, just take the left arm up and just gently pull. And you're going to create that stretching sensation down through the right side of your neckline. Inhaling and exhaling. Pushing and pressing down into the floor with your right hand so you can feel that right down through the neck. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And again, you're in charge of the stretch. If it's too much, then just back off a little bit. If you can't really feel it, then perhaps you can just gently add a little bit of pull from your left arm. Just one more inhale. One more exhale. Okay. And then gently and slowly release. Bring your neck up straight. Take your hands round to the back of the body and just interlace your fingers. If you interlace your fingers, and then we're going to inhale and try to lift our heart a little bit higher. Sit really tall. Draw your shoulder blades together as if you've got a pen between your shoulder blades that you're squeezing and holding onto. Keep pressing the chest forward and upward and squeeze the pen between the shoulder blades. Try to lift your hands a little bit higher now up through the back of the body. And what you should feel is a stretching sensation through the chest, through the shoulders. Inhale, get a little bit taller, lift your heart. Exhale, squeeze the pen between the shoulder blades, lift your hands a little bit higher, stretch out your shoulders and your chest. Just a couple more breaths. Inhale and exhale. One more breath, lift the arms a little bit higher, squeeze the shoulder blades a little bit more. And release. As you release, just give your shoulders a little roll around, and then hopefully you'll feel that your neck and your shoulders and the whole of your body feels a little bit looser.